Thank you to all of you for coming. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Niki. I'm a little confused about my name because I got married about a week ago. So I have to remember to introduce myself with the new name, but let's just remember me as Niki. I'm the CEO of PracticePro, and I am really delighted that you chose to spend your Friday night with us. And as some of you know, I've been talking since 9 o'clock and teaching, so I'll keep this very short. But I wanted to tell you a story. This summer, I sat with one of our diversity scholars. And this individual goes to a top school, has top grades, and has great work experience, and he was really fit to go work anywhere he wanted. But we were meeting for our coaching session, and as he was telling me about asking questions about different firms and different practice areas, and we were just chatting, and he was very confident. He had interned for Google. He turned to me and asked me a question. I told him, "You've overcome a lot." He grew up in homeless shelters, in 22, in and out of homeless shelters with his mom. He was the first person in his family to graduate from high school. And he had not just thrived despite that, but this is someone that every place that he has interned at, people remembered. And he turned to me and said, "I am tired. I have to constantly figure things out on my own. And I know my resume looks good, but I'm really tired. What do I do?" And I had no answer. I usually have a lot of answers. Your resume, your cover letter, interviewing firms. And he walked out of my office. And I thought about this for the next 24 hours. And I realized the reason I didn't have an answer is because I too was tired. I immigrated here at the age of 19 to Houston, Texas, attended TSU, the only school that took a chance on me, because I had spent high school in 3 different countries, and my grades were okay. My transcript did not show that I had been the top student, not just in my school, but in my district in middle school. But transitioning to 3 different countries in 4 years, all with different languages, hey, things happen, right? So I discovered I was tired too, and I kept thinking about it, and I couldn't think of a really good answer for him. And it suddenly came to me that some of us are not intended to inherit a legacy of knowledge, of wealth, but we're intended to build one. So I sent him an email and I said, "You're going to probably stay tired for a long time because you're going to constantly figure things out, but you're going to create a legacy. You are that founder. And then your kids, your mentees don't have to suffer." And that's what the PracticePro family is about. We are not a program where we bring people in, give them a conference, we'll bring people in, give them some money, but together with our firm partners, with Haynes and Boone, our wonderful host, without whom I would have stopped doing this a couple of years ago, who's become our first diversity founder, funding scholarships nationwide, and not just hosting it here. Every time I've had a problem, oh my God, my DC host is going to cancel. You guys have rise up and said, we'll rent out space, we'll help out. We have partnerships with these firms. Not just give us some money and we'll fund scholarships, but we'll host together, we teach together. And as people go through our program, the career conference, the coaching, new attorney basics, now matching them with in-house lawyers from Google, VMware, Starbucks, Uber, to provide this junior associate with the next phase. I'm really hoping that nobody asks me again that they're tired and they have to always figure things out alone, because this is not a pipeline that just starts as a 1L. I'm hoping this is a pipeline where from wonderful individuals like our keynote speaker, Kim Pilcher, to our firm host, we can all be part of a family, and we can build each other up, and we can be that resource. So with that, I wanted to introduce our Texas diversity scholars. Ali Habhab from University of Michigan, he had to catch a flight to go back. Brandon Cofield from Texas A&M, just raise your hand. Cameron Chan from Boston University, Cyrus Kotenai from TSU Thurgood Marshall, Juan Garcia from SMU, Justin Cayero from Cornell, Matthew Green from University of Texas, Megan Mitchell from South Texas, and Michael Drab from University of Houston. Can we give them a round of applause? We picked these individuals along with their counterparts in California and DC and Illinois from 230 eligible applications. These were individuals that had complied with all the rules and we actually looked at their applications, so congratulations. I also wanted to give a shout out to my former diversity scholars who are still here. From class of 2017, we have Royce Egelu, who's at Shook Hardy right now, and we have Drew Newman, who is at Roger Jane, did I say it right? And Drew used to run our diversity program while he was a law student. From class of 2018, we have Jay Zhang, where are you? And we have Sarah Kim, who is our student speaker for this evening. So without further ado, Sarah, can you come up?